are indeed 90 meters underground, as you can see above. That's where we started, and we took this elevator down, just one three-story down. Okay. This tour will take approximately 20 minutes, so take any picture you want, ask any question you would like to ask. So the tunnel has 27 kilometers, of course, and it has 8 access points, so sometimes you need to walk several kilometers to get to the place you want to get. So that's why we typically take these cars.
How fast can they go?
Not that fast. It's really small space.
Okay.
Like you get kilometers an hour. There are also bikes.
Is there a driving license for this? Do you need to go to a course to drive this?
Yeah. That's really important.
This course I want to take.
Enter. Here on the left you can see the door to LHC. So normally during operation it's closed. Closed over this rail. And it closes. Now there is no operation, no beam, so we can take the enter. We'll start here from the very beginning. Yeah, please come closer. So, I said there is 2-lane highway, right? Here we have one beam pipe and the particles go in this direction, so counterclockwise, and another beam pipe when the particles are going in the opposite direction, so clockwise, if you look from above. And then in 4 points, 4 detectors that are made to collide, right? And we said that we sometimes need to evacuate this beam. So initially, somewhere down there, we would have for this beam a kicker magnet that would change trajectory from this line a bit to the left. And this will start traveling towards the left. And here there is an interesting magnet. So, of course, we don't want to change the trajectory when it's inside the beam, the correct beam. So there is no field when it goes through the hole, okay? But if you move it a bit to the left, you experience a strong field that would now here with this magnet bend it a bit up. And this way we go from this level a bit to the left and then up. So there are 2 magnets. One is changing trajectory to the left. That are red, we'll see them. And then this magnet, after moving a bit from the neutral zone, is lifting up. Okay? And this way we start seeing this beam pipe where the particles are traveling towards the beam down system. Okay? The normal conducting magnet is like 100 amperes, is always operating because it has either neutral zone or when we shift it to the left, it will be lifting up. Okay? And what is important to tell that we don't want to have, let's continue because we will just follow the trajectory of particles, so let's go straight. So on this highway we don't want to have extra cars, so there is very low vacuum. Okay, it's 10 to the minus 11, it's not very difficult to imagine, but less in the outer space. So we have very empty beam tube. We will do the beam tube in a second. So there are 2 beam tubes, and of course, how to reach this low vacuum? There are several tricks that are played. So first of all, this is the beam tube. So that's where the particles are somewhere in the center. Normally the beam is down to 1 millimeter per 1 millimeter. When we collide, we squeeze it over 1,000 times to several micrometers. And then they collide because we really want to have head-on. So we have pumps that extract the gas. But then we have also special coating that is attracting the particles because at some point the pressure is that low that we cannot evacuate with pumps. So we have chemical substances that are sucking the elements. Plus, this beam pipe has another one around with different temperature. Also, this temperature gradient is pulling the particles, so we have very low pressure here. So there will be no spurious collisions because we want to collide only the detectors. If there will be some particles here, they were a gas, they will collide here, and we'll have collisions where we don't want to have collisions. Plus, if this would start happening here, we'll have showers, and these high energy particles will be distributed everywhere, and we start hitting the elements, heating them up, and just causing some damage. So we really want to have no cars on the lane, we just go speed light, okay? Speed of the light. And then we'll see that this is also growing, so this beam would start growing. And then what Thomas was introducing about the cryogenic system, the cryogenic line is this big gray tube on the left. So actually, in fact, there are I think like 5 smaller tubes inside because we want to supply fresh helium, cool down, and also evacuate the warm one. And that's the tunnel of the LHC. So typically people just bike here, or there is a rail where we can just plug heavy objects. During operation there is a robot called Team with a movable arm and a camera at the end. We can look at some components during the operation because no one can enter here when the magnets are operating. So we are going towards the magnet which is called dilution kicker. So it is diluting the beam. As you can see, many cables, many systems, so there are many, like thousands of people involved in the entire thing.
But you see how this big dump pipe gradually gets further away. This is the dump pipe and it gets like further
Exactly,
away.
because you first move left and then up.
Yeah.
And what is
Now
here?
it's already pretty far away.
Yeah, so here is the dilution kicker. This is a magnet, like 4 magnets that are operating, that making very many oscillations, 1500 oscillations per second, because the beam is very fast. Per second, the beam is rotating around the arc 11,000 times. So 11,000 times per second, this is the beam, right? Because it's 300,000 kilometers per second, we have 30 almost kilometers, so we get this 11,000 rotations. And then if we are now going with this extra beam dump line towards this block of graphite, we steer are very compact, like 1 millimeter per 1 millimeter of beam size. If you will just go through the block of graphite, we'll drill the hole, it will just go further. We want to stop it. So it's like, clapping the hands. If I have needle and I want to clap, I won't clap because I will just harm myself. If I remove the needle and I clap normally, it's fine, right? Because I spread over larger surface. And this concept of spreading larger surface also will return when we will talk about protection of magnets. So here, what these magnets do, again, the field is perpendicular to the direction, and we will make this E-shaped curve. So instead of hitting everywhere, we are distributing over larger surface. And that's what this magnet does. It operates at very high frequency, and actually if it's 15,000 oscillations, the beam will see it only once because it's 11,000 oscillations. And here you can see the powering of these magnets. They come from the parallel tunnel, which is service tunnel, because here there is some radiation during operation. Now it's at 0. We are also checking that. And all the equipment is in parallel, so it's easier to access, and there is some space here because there is very little space inside the accelerator. Also, what's interesting to say, well, maybe not exactly about this magnet, but others in general, they have to be very well positioned because we are operating at very high precision here. For the magnets that are bending, we will see them at the end, the blue ones, we need to account during the operation the position of the moon. Because the position of the moon, relative position, is changing the gravity force of the moon towards the elements here, and this is to be taken into account in the elements of in the control of the magnets. And here we see also this yellow cube. These are beam loss monitors. So, as I said, if there is something inside the beam tube, they will collide and start generating losses. So we measure these losses. There are many these beam loss monitors, and this way we can detect if something is going wrong or not. So there are many monitors around here, and there is also a lot of beam instrumentation because this beam is not like a square; it's a Gaussian profile, so it's like bell curve. In the center there are all the particles, or most, and then if you go out in one direction, it is less, and also in the other direction is less. So it's like a sphere which is just decaying as we go further from the center. And this beam instrumentation is also very precise. Once they measured an earthquake that was happening in New Zealand. So this is a very, very precise system. Of course, someone correlated these two, so it's not a seismograph, but this shows how precise all the components need to be. And we are going towards a system that is powering the magnets, because we need to have this very high magnetic field, and together we need to provide very high current. That's also part of the consumption, but they are superconducting, so there is zero voltage, almost zero voltage. So we supply current, but we don't get any voltage drop, maybe few volts over this particular. So this is a growing magnet, and there is